average. That was average at best. The first guy was better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some quick ground rules. The microphone is there if you want to start lining up. If you have questions, that would be amazing. Please limit it to questions only, so no personal requests or asking for selfies or weird gifts that you brought or things you want signed. You can do all that over there in the other hall. Please just keep this to questions only. We're going to have a fun conversation. But that's enough out of me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the man behind the mask of 4 of the Friday the 13th film series. Please give it up for Mr. Kane Hodder!
We're gonna shut him down. Y'all thought we killed him with the last one. Remix, DB, DS Brothers, Slow Rider, oh boy.
Keep it going, Des Moines. It's a long walk from the curtain to the stage.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you very much. That was a long-ass walk. I almost killed somebody.
We don't warn them that behind the curtain, you know? You did it well, though. You walked in like only Jason, someone that played Jason would. Really just tough. I like it.
And it's interesting because a lot of times I'll do appearances and stuff and like talk shows or whatever, and they'll always say, hey, can you do the Jason walk? And I'm like, just kind of how I walk, sorry. I'm not trying to do anything different. That's just probably why it looked natural, I guess,
yeah,
on film.
So you got the role, right? Well, I'd love to kick things off. I mean, you're the most storied, you've done the most films as Jason, 4 total. But it was special for me specifically because I grew up, I was a little young for the original Friday the 13th, and the 1, 2, and 3. So, I mean, you are my Jason. You are my Jason. I think a lot of us can agree with that out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I probably won't kill anyone now. That'll be good.
No discredit to the other actors that performed.
No, I agree. I mean, I think C.J. Graham did a good job, Ted White. There were other good performances. I was just fortunate enough to do more than 1 film, so I was happy.
Yeah, it was amazing. And, unfortunate news, we learned that Robert Englund broke his foot. But, that just solves the question. Freddy versus Jason, Jason wins. I mean, come
that's
on,
right.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
And it actually answers another question. Freddy's a bitch.
Oh!
Hi, Robert.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks. I want that tweeted instantly. Kane Hodder says, quote, Freddy is a bitch. Robert Englund, yeah, right? Well, welcome to the stage. I'd love to hear, so again, we were kind of talking about the films and sort of how you got into them. You began sort of in the industry as not sort of, but in the industry as a stuntman, and that's how it sort of led to that, right?
Right. I had started in stunts in 1977, and unfortunately, during my first year in professional stunts in film, I got burned doing a fire stunt, kept me out of work for another year and a half because I was in the hospital 6 months. That's a whole big story, but it was a good learning process. I mean, that's a tough way to learn, but I ended up specializing in fire stunts after that because I really saw what you need to do to perform the stunt properly. So I never anticipated ever, first of all, signing an autograph. I just wanted to be a stunt person that could make a living doing the things that I love to do. And I was very happy with my career, and then I did a movie called Prison with Rennie Harlan directing. It was his first American film. And I was a stunt coordinator on it, and I did all the stunts in the movie. And at the end, John Buechler, who was doing the makeup effects, asked me if I would play a character at the end of the film, which was full body makeup, head to toe, ankles to the top of the head, prosthetics, foam latex, and everything, like a dead, rotted corpse, basically. And I said, sure. I hadn't really done that before, so I was happy to do it. It was lenses, dentures, 3.5 hours of makeup, and I loved working in it. And that's a tough way to work because you can't do anything subtle when you're acting with prosthetics on. You have to kind of exaggerate everything, so it's a little different. But, to make a long story short, the following year, John Buechler was hired to direct Friday the 13th, Part 7, And his vision of Jason was very similar to what I had just done in that prison film. And he said, "This is the guy I want to play Jason." And so they were not against the idea, because the previous 6 movies had been a different guy every time. So I was just one of 7 guys once he convinced them that I should do it. And then fortunately for the next 3 films that followed, the directors wanted me to continue, so I was very happy. I always loved playing the character, and I put whatever I could into it to make it not look like I was acting.
Yeah, and that definitely comes across. You really feel that gravitas of Jason when he walks in the room. Different than, and it was at a time where a lot of these horror